Hello again, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the story of the lion and the mouse. Maybe you'd like to make something now to help you remember the story. You could just draw a lion with an enormous head and a big shaggy mane. You could get all your yellow and orange and brown crayons and colour him in. You could paint big paws. You could draw claws. Or you might like to get out your scissors and do some cutting. That's what I did. I'll show you what I made. I've made a lion. He does have a very big mane. He does have paws with claws. He does have a swishy tail. And I've made a very small mouse to go with him. I'm going to show you what you might need to get together to make the lion and the mouse. What you need are some bits cut up from magazines. These are ones that I did in the first week, and I've chosen to use my orange colours and my yellow colours because I think those will be good for the lion, orange and yellow. You'll also need a newspaper or a couple of pages from a newspaper. You'll also need a big piece of paper for the lion and a smaller piece of paper for the mouse. And then all you need are a few crayons, maybe some felt pens, some glue and some scissors. I'll show you the lion again and I'll show you what I did. Here he is. This is what the lion looks like on the front. And this is what the lion looks like on the back. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bits to make the lion. This is how I did it. I got the big piece of paper and I drew some lines on it like this. Then I got my scissors and I cut along the lines. Snip, snip, snippety, snip, 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 snippety, snip. That is going to be the lion's body. Snip, snip, snippety, snip, 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 snippety, snip. That is going to be the lion's head. Snip, snip, snippety, snip, 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 snippety, snip. That is going to be the lion's tail. Oh, only one leg. I know what we can do. I'm going to fold it over like that. And I'm going to cut it here. Oh, only 2 legs. I know what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to fold it over like that and cut it again. Let's see. It's a bit tricky to get the scissors in. Might need a grown-up to help you with this bit. Oh, here we go. Do you think there's 4 now? Let's see. 1 leg, 2 legs, 3 legs, 4 legs. It worked. So that was our big piece of paper. And now we've got all those bits. Let's start with the body. I want to make lion's back and his bottom a little bit curvy. So all I'm going to do is cut off this pointy corner like this. Snippety, 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 snip. That's good. Now I'm going to stick Lion's 4 legs on. I'm getting my glue and I'm going to put the glue all along the bottom. Here I go. Sticky, sticky, sticky. Here come the legs. 1 leg, 2 legs. Now you can put the legs however you like. They might be like this. Lion might be walking. They might be like this. Lion might be standing still, looking for something to pounce on. Or lion might be lying down. His legs might be like this. You could decide. For the moment he's only got 2, so I think we need to put some more on. 1, 2, how many now? Oh, yeah, that's, oh, it's not sticky there, so I'm going to need a bit more glue. There I go, a bit more glue. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, that's looking good. Oh, but he can't see where he's going, so he needs a head. But that doesn't look quite right, does it? Because it's got pointy corners again. So I'm going to do what I did before, and I'm just going to cut off the top 2 corners. Here I go. Round, round, round. Round, round, round. You can leave the bottom ones if you want, or you can cut those off too. Round, round, round. Round, round, round. That looks more like a lion's big mane. I'm going to stick that on there to be the lion's head. Now you can see the lion is starting to look a little bit more like this lion. Let's stick his head on. I'm going to put glue just in the corner here. And then I'm going to pick up the body and decide how I want the lion's head to be. Lion might be looking up. Perhaps the net's about to fall on him. Lion might be looking down. Perhaps he's feeling a bit sad because he's caught in the net. Or lion might just be like that, looking straight at you. Oh, but he hasn't got any eyes. And he hasn't got a tail. Let's make his tail first. Do you remember we had this bit? You can just stick it on as it is, like this, or you could cut it a bit more to make it thinner, or you could make it really into a tail shape by leaving the end of it quite fat, like that, and then cutting the long bit of it thinner. You have to cut very carefully to cut this thin strip off. Ooh. Let's do the other side. We'll go back the other way. Snip, snip, snip. Snip, snip, snip. Snip, snip. Ooh, there we go. There's lion's swishy tail. I like the way it moves. Swishy tail. I'm going to put a bit of glue on the end of the tail. I think he's feeling quite perky today, so I think his tail's going to go up. Oh, it's moving all by itself, look. Oh, now when a cat wags its tail, it usually means it's a little bit grumpy. I'm going to be careful of this lion. So how are we going to make our lion look golden and yellow and orange? Yes, we could cut up some of those bits of paper from the magazine and we could stick them on. We need to cover all of the body with colour. You might just want to use a felt pen, or you might just want to use a crayon and just colour your lion in, and that's fine. But if you want to cut up, you can see I've stuck them all on so you can't see any of the white anymore. And I've done the same on the legs, but I found a different colour for the paws, and then I drew some claws. Now this mane was fun to make. What I did for the mane was I got my newspaper, because I didn't have very much coloured paper, so I had a look in the newspaper and it's tricky, tore just one page, and I looked at all this bit here that just had writing on it, and I cut a piece of the writing out like this. Snip, 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 snip. But it didn't look very like a lion's mane. And what I had to do was get my felt pen and my crayons and colour over it so that it looked the right colour for the lion's mane. I'm going to do that now. I'm doing it down here on the table. Sorry you can't see, but you'll see in a minute what's happened. I'm pressing really hard with my crayon. It's looking good. Good colour. Now I'm just going to do scribbling over the top with my felt pen. Oh yeah, that's looking really nice. Much more orange. Here I go. Here it is. Now, then I folded it up a few times, like this. Do you remember how we did the legs? And I'll just snip the edge off. And then I did a lot of snipping, and I caught the bits in my hand. Oh, and then I dropped them on the floor. It's much easier to do it on a table than do it on your lap. Here we go. Didn't drop these ones. Now I've got quite a lot of orangey bits to stick around. So I stuck them all around the outside of Lion's head. And you can see I used some other bits from magazines as well. Now to make Lion's face, first of all I wanted my lion to see, and I wanted some eyes. So I had another look in the newspaper, and what I found was that some of the words in the newspaper looked like eyes. Look at this word here. It's back to front for you, but look, this looks like two eyes. So I cut them out. Oh, oh. And I wrong lion. I stuck them on to make the eyes. I cut out a piece of newspaper for the face. And the shape, what it reminded me of most was a bucket. I got another bit of writing from the newspaper, and I just cut out a shape like this. It started off as a little rectangle like this, and like we did with the lion's head, I just got rid of the pointy corners here and here. Here we go. 1, 2, and then that could go in the middle to help make Lion's face. You can see that I gave Lion round cheeks. You can see that I gave the lion a big orangey nose by colouring it in on a piece of newspaper. You can see that I drew on a mouth for Lion. And that was my lion done. Now the mouse looks like this. He's got a very long tail. Ooh, let's see if we can make his tail a bit curly. That might be fun. Oh! Now look at his tail. It's a really mousy tail now. To make the mouse, I used the little bit of paper, and I just folded the paper in half like that, and then I got my pen and I drew a bit of a funny shape. Don't know what it reminds you of. Here we go. I started at the top and I went round and down. It was a shape like this, and then something really lovely happened when I cut it out. I'll show you. Here I go. Wonder if I can cut out backwards. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Snip, snip, snippety, snip, 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 snippety, snip. It does look a little bit like a mouse, but look what happens when we open it up. Oh, doesn't look like what it was supposed to look like at all. I didn't do it quite right. Look, I didn't do it quite on the line at the top. Let's do that. Oh dear. Here we go. There you go. Look, it's a little heart. Well, that mouse was very kind, wasn't he? He was very loving. He was very brave. He had a brave heart and a kind heart, and he helped that big scary lion. So I think it's quite nice that the mouse is made out of a heart. Let's fold him over like that. Let's cut out from the bit of paper that's left a long thin tail. Just 2 cuts for that. Here we go. Ooh, snippety snip. There's a long thin tail. Let's curl it round with my fingers and let's stick it on with the glue. Here we go. The tail's going in here. Oh, there it is. Wait a minute, you can't hear. He needs a little ear. I've got a spare bit here. I'm just going to cut out a little roundish shape. Little roundish shape, which is going to go in a bit at the bottom. It's quite a big ear. Let's see what it looks like anyway. Here we go. I'm going to stick it on there. And then we just need to stick one side of the mouse to the other. And we've got a nice little mouse. Wait a minute. Can't see where he's going. Wait a minute, you won't be able to sniff. He needs a nose. Here we go. Let's give him a little nose. Oh, is that working? Can you see? Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, nice nose. And let's give him a little eye. There he is. I'd like some whiskers. I'm going to put some whiskers on him. There's our little mouse. So now you have a lion and a mouse. Said the mouse, "Oh, that's a very funny smelling flower." Little mouse, be careful. Whatever you decide to make, I hope you have fun and see you soon. Oh, mouse is waving. Actually, I'm going to put mouse, see if he can actually go to sleep on lion's head and stay there. Let's see if this will work. In he goes. Oh, little mouse. Little mouse, that's not a mouse bed. That is lion's head. Oh. Bye everybody. Bye.